Moving on to India, Owaiz Aslam, founder of the Indian Pluralism Foundation. I think that we introduced you before, but the sound didn't work. So let's see if it can work that time. Thank you for coming back to us.
Glad tidings of peace and prosperity. Thank you very much. I would like to thank CAM for this opportunity for organizing this solidarity rally to bring about Jews and Muslims and everyone together to promote harmony, unity, pluralism, and compassion. In the recent past, we have seen disturbing images and devastating images coming out of Europe, especially from Sweden and Denmark, where the holy book Quran has been burnt and desecrated. Such heartbreaking visuals are extremely execrable, and they are strongly condemned. I would like to say that words of animadversion are just not enough. What we see happening in Europe is devastating and destroying a society. The perpetrators of this crime are youth. We saw youngsters committing this disgusting crime in public. They were youngsters, they were youth in Sweden and Denmark. And in response, we saw there were violent protests all across the world that were conducted. And those violent protests that were conducted, they were also conducted by youth. So the social capital of the world is the youth, the youngsters. What we are seeing is that a youth is not only burning the holy books, but they are also burning their lives. And this hatred is consuming the societies. This poison is consuming the society. For example, when we see a snake's fang, it contains poison, but the fangs have got the poison inside them. The venom is only dangerous when it's spit outside. So similarly, we are seeing our youngsters spitting the venom outside in the society. Our world is facing a crisis of peace, and we are not engaged in a clash of civilizations, but we are engaged in a clash of ill-informed misunderstandings between youngsters. We are seeing that the youngsters across the world do not have knowledge about each other. They are lacking knowledge about different religions, their cultures, and their customs. So we need to bring about an engagement between the youngsters so that they can learn about each other's religions, they can learn about each other's cultures and customs. We have to bring about more engagement between the youth. And moreover, we also need to bring about an ecosystem where we create personal peace, interpersonal peace, community peace, and global peace. We need to inculcate an ecosystem where we learn to appreciate each other. We learn to appreciate each other's commonalities, because there are many similarities between Jews and Muslims. Over the history that we have seen, there are several incidents where it is peppered with lots of commonalities where Jews and Muslims have worked together in many fields. Similarly, we need to accept our differences. We need to come together and dialogue with each other so we can come together and learn about each other's differences and learn to accept them. And lastly, we also need to learn to create affection in our hearts and our minds towards other people. Furthermore, I would like to say that in India, where I am from, this is the land where we have never seen any persecution against the Jews. And we are very glad to say that in India, in my city, in Kolkata, Muslims have been taking care of the synagogues and the Jewish properties over here in India. And the Quran and the Torah, the Quran, the literal meaning of the Quran is to read, and the literal meaning of Torah is to teach. So we need to instill an ecosystem where we learn to read, teach, learn, and share about each other so we can promote harmony. And lastly, I would like to share a couple of quotes from two religious texts, the Holy Quran and the Sanskrit. The Holy Quran text says, "O humankind, we created you all out of a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes that you might know each other." So we need to create an ecosystem where we learn to know each other and learn to talk to each other. And the Sanskrit text which I would like to recite is Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Nirmaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma kaschid dukh bhag bhavet, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which translates to may all sentient beings be at peace, may no one suffer from illness, may all see what is auspicious, may no one suffer. Thank you very much, Cam, for giving us this opportunity. God bless you. Salam alaikum, shalom, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Owaiz, and thank you for your kind words and for your text that you read.